Rick, esports is exploding as an industry. Why did you get involved and focus on investing and building a company and brand within esports?
I think with any startup business, there's a certain level of passion and fire that needs to come with the challenge of starting a business in general. And for me, I was a gamer. I love video games. I started on a 2600 Atari. I carried that through, that love and that passion for gaming, all the way through to where I shared it with my son. And I found that esports was a budding industry, and it was something that I could maybe take an interest in myself personally.
I imagine there would be a big sigh of relief from parents everywhere who are a little bit hesitant when their kids come to them and say they want to get involved in the esports industry. Is that the way people should look at the industry? Because it's exploding and the market potential seems to be exceptionally large. So there is a lot of opportunity.
There is. And if you're a parent, as you mentioned, parents have a lot of anxiety around, what is the future for their kid, right? And I understand that. I have kids myself. So when you think of the pursuit of any career or the mastery of any craft to the highest level, those that don't make it to the top still have an opportunity to be a part of that ecosystem. And it's no different here. My son is an example of that. He wanted to be an esport pro, fell short, but he's now a game developer. So there's a career path for him, and he's loving his life.
So looking at the gaming life cycle, how viable is it when you're looking at it from a financial perspective? Because you really don't know how long a game is going to last with regards to its popularity.
Well, fortunately, there are many games. And so it puts the onus on your organization, obviously investing your time and your energy into players and an ecosystem around a game that is stable. In case of League of Legends, the game, one of the major games we're in, it's a franchised model. So there's stability. The game has been around globally for 10 years and more, and we feel very comfortable there. When we look at other games, we look at franchising models, but we also look at, I think, games that we believe can grow into a sustainable ecosystem for themselves. And we invest our time cautiously. We do our due diligence, but we come out with, I think, very successful partnerships.
And what are some of the technologies you see being developed and incorporated into the esports industry?
I'm personally excited about the analytics side, the ability for us to not only serve our fan base in a way that we engage them on a daily basis, but also how we support our players to being the best players they can be. So our organization is constantly engaging with new technology that provides that.
How big do you see esports becoming? And do you see a scenario where it equals or surpasses the leagues of today?
Well, I think that's happening already on some levels, which is really in 4 years that I've been in esports, a lot quicker than I thought I'd see it. In terms of viewership numbers, we already know that in some cases, some leagues surpass traditional sports world championships already. So I think it'll only continue to grow. We're still in the early stages of esports, as a global phenomenon. So the seat at the table is not only warranted, at some point here, esports may need its own table.